17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car. Jumped into my cake, get sick, the steam is on my car. 17 rounds in the mouth, get your mix the dough to the flow, then I unlock the car.
Good morning, guys. I hope everybody out there is having a great day so far. There was the morning bell. Just got it to hit. Let's go. Let's get into it. The SPY is actually gapping down today, which is no good. I know a lot of you are obviously pretty bullish here in the short term, so to see the SPY gapping down like this is not a good sign. But what's up, guys? We got Christian, Zen, Sean, and Tangi. Let's go. One of everybody's favorite stocks in the short term, CHWY. It's been one of the most popular ones out there. It is exploding today, up 16% with their earnings report. Let's go, Chewy. Don't worry, we'll be looking up some dog food in a little bit, guys. We'll be searching it up. Don't worry. Hopefully, WBA can find support from 1997 today. Whoa, Sean. Really? It's that close now? Sheesh. Let me go back on the weekly. Oh, my lord. Oh, my gosh, Sean. I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. That is insane. I forgot about that. There was that other major support around 20 bucks. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, Sean, when you say that. Go back to 1997 for support. Like, that's pretty wild. Some of these big money plays with the calls definitely aren't doing too hot right now, I'll tell you that. WBA has not been my favorite stock out there. I don't know why. The setup with it, just not my favorite. I did think that there was potential on that last support. I'm not going to lie. I was really watching that support going back to like 2000, like Sean said, but it unfortunately started giving out here in the short term. Hey, what's up, Margaret? Demure, appreciate ya. Tell Jaeger I said hi, Demure. Tell Jaeger I said hi, but the SPY is actually getting pretty close to support. It's right around 525.50, 526. This is actually pretty decent support from the past couple days, so I'm going to keep my eyes on this, but I would not be surprised if it sold off and went lower. If it does, I'm really watching like 525 support. I guess you could say like 424.80 if you wanted to look like at the exact low there, but those are the levels I'm watching on the SPY today. As far as resistance goes, really watch like 526.80, 527.30, 528, 529, and 530. 530 is obviously where it's going to be at, like 530, 530, 30, anywhere within like that 30-cent range. But the SPY's been pretty choppy lately. You know, we go out to the hourly chart and I don't know. You know, we look at the past like week to 2 weeks of movement. It's honestly been really flat. It just keeps rejecting off those key resistances. Like right where it got yesterday morning before moving a little lower. That 531 like 50 resistance is major right there. Sold my MSTR paper puts for a 12% profit. Hey, nice one, Demure. I'm glad to hear that. I like hearing that. 12%. It is paper, but still a nice one.
All right, all right, all right.
Switching over to our watch list on Thinkorswim today. Not a lot of stocks in the green, I'll tell you that. Chewy is one of the only ones out there. ASTR, Astra Space, is up in the... Wait. Hold up. It says ASTR's up 5%, but I switch over to their stock and it's not even open yet on my trading view here. Huh. Let me go check my Thinkorswim. MSTR. Or, I mean, ASTR. Okay. Yeah, they're open on Thinkorswim. 61 cents, right? Yeah, what the hell? Did I click the wrong one? Nope. It was just weird, I think, the way the hourly chart looked there. It didn't, like, show the candle in the open yet, but... Either way, ASTR's up a little bit. Nothing too crazy, obviously. We don't want to really look at that stock too much. MSFT coming back alive. They dipped off at open. They are actually roaring themselves back to life here. I'm pretty surprised. They dipped down quite a bit. Look at yesterday how they did this. They dipped down and then they just went flat for the whole rest of the day. Hopefully that's not what we have again. Hell yeah, Ryan. Happy hump day. Let's go. If you guys are excited this morning, smash up that like button. Let's go. Let's get those likes higher here. What the hell? What's up, Ryan? Mason. Ha, Jason. Alcohol. What's up? Hey, good morning, Dan. Hope you guys are having a good day. Let me know what you guys are drinking in the chat. You guys got your coffee today? I actually got my water out here. Pretty weird for me, right? I have a water. I can't even believe I'm saying that. All right, let's go check on Apple and Amazon and the other Mag 7 stocks out there. Have to look at everyone's favorite, NVIDIA, which is not looking too hot today. It's actually selling down a little bit at open. Right around that recent support, though, from pre-market and yesterday. This intraday support right around like 1120 was pretty important. If NVIDIA starts trading under that, it won't be looking too hot. Core Power Protein Shake and a Mountain Dew Zero. Hey, nice. Core Power. That sounds like a nice one. I'm going to look at that on my other screen real quick. Core Power. Let's see. Okay, I know what that is. Nice. Do you have the Elite 42-gram one or the 26-gram one? Which one? I've gotten the 42 one before from the gas station. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't realize that was Fairlife, though. Huh. NVIDIA still selling off. There we go. Down under 1120 now. Definitely not good to see. Looking at the 1 minute. Those are some pretty massive red candles right there. That's a pretty good breakdown. Hey, he's got the Elite. That's how you do it, man. Mason says Mountain Dew amped up. I love amp. I had one yesterday, as the guys on my Snapchat saw. Sam's Club sells them in bulk. Oh, I'll have to check that out. I actually go to Costco, but we do have a Sam's membership as well. Man, NVIDIA sold off under 1120, but look at how that candle did not close under there. It actually came all the way back up for the close of that candle. That's might be signifying a little bit of a reversal coming in here. That's definitely a good move initially. Aaron. They're looking good. They're looking pretty good. I think that there's been quite a bit of volatility this far. The QQQ and the SPY are actually moving a bit lower this morning. But since open, they've been trying to come back slightly. Amazon's up in the green a little bit, but they gap down. So they're just making back up for what they lost. Sean said, water with drip drop. The hell? Drip drop? I'm looking this up. Oh, wow. Like electrolyte stuff? That's pretty cool. Hey, good morning, Harris and Serve. XHB. Oh, let's see it. Hell yeah, XHB. That's an awesome gap right there. Let's go, XHB. I actually like that XHB play quite a bit. I think that looks awesome on the chart. Really glad you're loving it so far, Serve. ASTS up 20%. AST Space Mobile. What the hell is this? What is up with this stock? It like has like a huge run like every couple months. What the hell? How big are these moves here? Almost like 100%, 80%. Oh my gosh. 140%. What is up with this one? 200% on this move? I've never seen a stock that does this like this. This is wild. Like this stock literally just goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like it's like that is the weirdest weird but perfect if you're trading that, but pretty weird stock though. I've never heard of it. ASTS. Maybe only like a 1 or 2 times ever if I have, but they partnered with AT&T and Verizon. Sheesh. Was this the one that had that good news with them? Wow. I see that, yeah. Adding the AT&T coverage deal for satellite internet to phones. Nice. So they had a deal with AT&T apparently, and then they added onto that deal and got in with Verizon too. Wow. That's pretty nuts. Huh. Very interesting, but ASTS is definitely flying up like 26%. That is one hell of a run today, and it's been starting to move quite a bit since earnings, but obviously those deals are definitely boosting them quite a bit. Christian said it's always a good day to buy Nvidia, coming down a little bit from Elon's bump. Yeah, that was pretty good news yesterday with Elon and Nvidia. We actually have it right here. Yeah, Elon Musk's AI company, XAI, will use those Nvidia chips. And I don't blame him. Nvidia is awesome. But yeah, selling off under 1120 now with Nvidia. Looks like the dip is not necessarily getting bought up right at 1120, so we'll have to eye up other supports coming up if you're looking for that type of move today. Personally, I'm not going to dip by it, but I'm sure a lot of people are looking for that. Getting close to 1,110. I say next major support's down around like 1,100 even to 1,102. Hey, good morning, Purpose. Thanks for joining up all the time. Appreciate you. You guys are enjoying the stream, smash that like button. Let's go. Let's try to get up to like that 25, 30 like mark. I know you guys are going to do it.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Yep, every time I ask, it's 60% of the time it works every time. Just bought some SPY puts at the 524 strike price. Let's go check in on SPY. The 524 strike. I would not be surprised to see it sell more here. There is some support around 525. But I would love to see a hit there and then possible move lower. 524 is like perfect as support, so hopefully it gets down to there at least. Go back to the 5-minute. I'm going to switch to the 4-chart setup here in a second. Here we go. The 4-chart setup. Got it going. So Apple on the bottom right. We have Nvidia, Meta, Apple. Nvidia looks the worst out of everything, which is funny. SPY's on the top left, of course. Meta is just chopping around. SPY just started breaking lower. Damn, 525.40 now. Keep your eyes on the prize with SPY. It's definitely starting to drop. I want to see some good price actions, though. I don't just want to see, like, chop as it drops down, right? I want to see something like this AMD move that I'm seeing here. Damn, AMD. 4.6% back to the downside. Pretty big rejection yesterday. Yesterday, it dropped it open and came all the way back. I doubt it's going to do that today, considering how much lower it's getting. It's pretty nuts. Carlos says Chewy book map. I'll have to load it up for you. Give me a second. Gotta take a couple of these off of here. Speaking of Chewy, how they looking now? They had those earnings. They continuing 22.53% up to $20 plus now. That's awesome. Great job, Chewy. That's awesome. The only sad thing is that Chewy's still really, really low when you zoom out. But it's really good to see him coming back, though, like this. That's awesome. Finally, they had a good report. I was getting worried about him turning over and looking like Zoom or something. You know, something that just keeps chopping lower and lower and lower no matter what. But good job, Chewy. I know a lot of people love this stock out there. Let me know in the comments if you like it. It's pretty good. All right, let's pull up the book map on Chewy. All right. There's not really too much overhead besides what's right here in the short term. There's some stacked right around $20.85. Yep, $20.85 and then $21. That's where everything's stacked up there today. And 22, of course, has a like 40,000, 41,000 shares right around there. 21,000 has a lot more, like 50,000 plus. So that's good. It's just a big game of momentum with Chewy. Momentum in the moment, I like to call it. Just need that hype and those buyers to keep coming in. Also got a request for a hood on the book map. What happened? Hood didn't work? There we go. I spelled it wrong. If Nvidia can keep the selling pressure up, so should SPY, Demir said. Yes, it should. It should, but as we've learned, Nvidia definitely helps the market a bit, but if it's the only thing green, it can be a little weird. Man, that's a lot of red out there today. It's a lot of red. Switching back to the NVDA, though. Nvidia's chopping all around, right back up to resistance now at 1120. See if it can re-break. Jason said, if I were planning to get into Nvidia, when would I get in? Are you talking long-term, Jason, or just for like a short-term scalp down or something like that? I'm curious. It was based off today's price action. I mean, I'm not going to be going bullish at all till it starts to break back above like 1120. Jason says calls. Okay. When would I get in? I think I would get in here if it started to really break back above this resistance at 1120. And I think that the entry opportunity would be on a retest of 1120, like right here. That's what I'd be looking for today. If it did start to break back above this resistance and have some pretty crazy price action, I would look for a little touch back and then a bigger rip up. And that little touch would be the entry. It'd be almost confirming off of there, is what we'd say. Be a really good confirmation. Yeah, like, so right now, perfect. Perfect. It's starting to move up. So I'll watch it real close if it gets to here. And I'm really looking at not just the line at 1120. I'm looking at these candles. Those wicks. I want to see like a nice wick extension for like a perfect test there. Slash confirmation, I guess you'd say. That's the word I was looking for. For a perfect confirmation. But this one right here was actually pretty good. That wick. I really like how that's holding up here, but Nvidia's a little crazy. It's not my favorite here to trade today. Maybe post-split it'll be a little bit more fun. Obviously, you know, you could try to front run calls right now and see how long this uptrend lasts. If there is a pullback, just realize that you would have to, you know, have your stop loss just below these supports. I'm sure a lot of people are trying to dip buy this and target up here around 1132 today, if not even higher. I'm sure there's a lot of dip buying going on this one, as they say. No, I wouldn't do AMD, Saul. Too big of a drop. I mean, you could enter here. It's just, you know, I don't think it's worth it. Like, with how much it's sold off, I mean, I feel what a lot of people are saying, but that's not the way I like to go after the moves. I would rather try to catch, like, either this move down from initially it opened, or, like, since today's a pretty bearish day, I'm looking at more opportunities down rather than up. So, I know everyone's, you know, stuck in dip buying land, though. SPY's looking pretty good. You know, SPY is coming back pretty well. That's the one good sign here. I would almost rather trade SPY back up than AMD back up right now. Honestly, but with the way they're all setting up, that's how I'd do it. Let's go look at some of these stocks that were falling more, like Coin. Oxy and the oil stocks might not be a bad potential play to the downside. They are right on support, but like, let's say we are watching Oxy closely today and we start to see a secondary break of this support around like 60.85. Could be a good entry point for like a secondary leg lower. Not too bad. There we go. Those SPYs coming back a little bit. There's Nvidia coming back too. It's starting to get bought up pretty good. I really like that wick touch down there. That was pretty good. Pretty good confirmation off that little support there around 1,115. I really wish that on this little dip that it was trying to have right here, that I'm circling in blue. Obviously, you know, price action, it won't always be perfect for you, you know, but in a perfect world, that would have came down to touch like right there before finally running, but there's just a lot of momentum on it, on Nvidia. Nvidia is a tough play for momentum. The momentum gets too real on these. The AMD slowly chopping back. Nvidia's, I'd say, a better option than AMD today. AMD just doesn't seem like it has the gumption to get going. Christian, love the NVIDIA dip. Got down 10K, up 4K now. Damn, you were down that much there, though? Although I know Christian plays with quite a bit, but that's badass, Christian. Let's go. Glad it came back. Yeah, I really like that confirmation back there. Too bad it didn't have the second one, but... All right, we're back to 11:30, almost 11:32 on NVIDIA. Here's the big question, guys, you know. How much do you think that this thing's going to keep going back up, right? You think it's going to actually get back up to the recent high, like 1150? Or you think it's going to start to reject here a little bit and start to maybe retest like 1122 again? Let me know in the chat what you think. Hey, good morning, Nippy. Chewy struggling at 2075. It seems. Looks like a decent resistance on the daily. Yeah, intraday it even looks like a really good resistance. Let's look at that daily. Oh, yeah. Yep, 2075 to 2080. Definitely a big resistance right there, so... I'm with you, Nippy. I'm not surprised that it's slowing down a bit either. Especially after having such an awesome, awesome move. Jay Harris says 1150, then consolidate for NVIDIA. That would be sick if it did hit 1150 today. This song reminds me of Escape from Tarkov. Man, I kind of missed that game. I haven't played it in like 5 months. Ever since my daughter was born, I haven't really gotten to play Escape from Tarkov anymore because it just... That game took up too much time, man. Hell yeah, Joshua. I love Tarkov, man. It's my... I'd say my all-time favorite shooting game. And I gotta... I've played DayZ a lot too, though, so... Those two are like my top twos. Ryan said, I quit games when I had my daughter, too. Oh, God. Fuck allergies, guys. Man. Can't even laugh. What the hell? Sorry, guys. I just died. DayZ has too many cheaters. Oh, no, there's not. I'm sure that there is. There's a lot on Tarkov, too. Honestly, there's a lot on any game. I'm gonna be real with you. There's a lot on any game now. Give me 1 sec. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Had to get a quick drink really fast. Joshua said it's like the equivalent of getting kicked in the nuts and playing a game. Yeah, I feel you. Palantir hitting resistance, $20.80, 2082 as well. Look at those levels there. That is huge. Huge, huge, huge. We got the QQQ like 457.40, 457.50. Pretty big areas of resistance. The meme with Tom on the couch and 5 trees behind him. What is that one? What is that one, Tangy? I gotta see that. Oh, the allergies. I got you. Man, the allergies suck. Amazon gonna pop, Serve said AMZN. Let's see, good old Amazon. Yeah, running higher, not bad, like 183. Definitely a pretty good spot overhead. It's not bad. Is it gonna pop though? Let's look. Let's look at the 15-minute. What do I think? I really like the way it ran above 182. That's a good sign for today. That's a good pop up above that level. If it ends up falling back down to 182, maybe have like a good confirmation there. It even got above like 182.50, which was fairly big resistance too. So I don't know. Amazon really broke through quite a few big levels here this morning. Quite a few. I hate when my eyes itch during allergies, Jay said. Yeah. I'm with you. The eyes get pretty rough sometimes. Have I played Cyberpunk? No, I actually haven't. I might have bought it, and then I think I refunded it because it, like, kept messing up, but... Yeah, that'd be cool, Ryan. Playing, like, some Switch with the daughter in a few years. That'd be cool. Let's go back to NVIDIA again. NVDA. People are trying to get shares before the split, Christian said with NVIDIA. I feel ya. A lot of people are. It's nuts how these stocks, whenever they are the most popular stock in the market, they can be crazy. Like, let's go look at Tesla on the weekly. I know I looked at this on last night's video a little bit, but, like, guys, like, in the course of 2 years, you know, they'll say just 2.5 or something. Tesla went up like, holy shit, did I misclick? I hope I misclicked. They went up like 3,000% from like their levels in June 2019 up to their highs of 2021. Like 3,000%. Like, that's wild, right? From the low. Let's go look at NVIDIA. What if NVIDIA were to go up 3,000%, right? What if NVIDIA were to? I don't know. Let's see. I guess I'll just pick right here. Right now, it's at like 2,400%. Wow. That is nuts. 2,400% on this stock since like February of 2020. Can we go even lower? Let's zoom out a little bit. Wow. Let's say you bought the 2019 dip. Holy shit. It actually makes me a little sad because I was trading during this time. So yeah, now it is 3,000%. So, like, literally matching the Tesla move. That is whack. It just goes to show, you know, these stocks, they can be insane, guys. Insane. I know everyone always talks about the shoulda, woulda, couldas. Imagine throwing 10 grand into NVIDIA back then and just letting it go, you know? Tangy said Apple was looking good. AAPL. You know, Demir, I actually can't remember with that game. I'll be real, it wouldn't have been a game I played too much. It's not my style, I guess. But it's not... I think I did try it. I can't remember even. I thought maybe I did refund it, though. Maybe I just never got it. Let's see Apple, though. That's pretty good. 0.92% to the upside. Looking at like 192.20. Not bad. Maybe pop up to like 194, 194.50. That could be sick. Really love it, though, with Apple. That's a decent recovery day today by them. And they have weak correlation to the SPY right now. So I think that's funny. Really makes me laugh. Really? It wasn't even complete? Oh, wow. Maybe that's why I did it, or... maybe I just remember so much crap with it that I think I did. CHWY, what are we looking at here? Pretty good move. Still moving higher. 2109, 2110, 24% on the day now that I'm... everything's in the 20s with this one. It's in the 20s. It's up 20%. Look at that move on the daily, though. That is pretty good. Broke right through that resistance around like 2065 to 21. Right up through there. I already took an L on Chewy. What? Nippy, how did you manage that? Hell yeah. I'm just that good, Nippy said. There you go. Perfect. Demir took an L with SPY earlier. Let's go back to the SPY. Got super choppy in the middle of this range. Let's go back to XHB. It'd be pretty cool to see XHB sell off. These China stocks gapped down pretty good into this morning. I know Baba and JD and the others were down. I was looking at them maybe to see if they were going to be dip bought here today. What the? Wells Fargo. If selling off again. Citigroup, another bad move too. What's up with the banks in the short term, guys? That sucks. That really sucks with the banks. What are your guys' favorite earnings tonight? There's a few out there. We got CRM, AI. We got Path, Okta, HPQ. Let's do a quick poll. I'm curious where you guys think that SPY is going this week. There's going to be an in-depth poll. Where will SPY close this week? All right. This will be great. This will be a good one. Although, granted, I can only put 4 answers, so it's not like I can have a ton here, but we're looking at the SPY now. Where will it close this week? Let's say. Okay. All right, all right. You better vote up or else Greta's gonna get you.
How dare you!
All right. Sending it out. Get those votes in. And also, hey, while you're at it, like up the stream. We're at 22 likes. Let's try to get to 30 today. I swear to God, guys, YouTube hates us if we don't get the likes. I don't know what it is, but it really does help. It really, really does. Haha, Dick's Sporting Goods did great with earnings. Yeah, Dick's is Demir's favorite stock. Him and Mason love Dick's. Any Fed news today? What's up, Akira? No, I don't think... Well, there is a couple Fed speakers, so I don't want to say that there isn't. Where are they here? There's going to be a 7-year note auction. Fed Beige Book at 2 p.m. Williams speech at 1:45 p.m. Bostic at 7. So there is a couple things mixed in here today. Tomorrow will be pretty big in the morning, though, with the GDP growth rate. That'll be pretty important. What the hell? The second estimate for Q1. Expected to be pretty low. I want to click on this real quick. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, hopefully it stays right here. Like 1.6. That'd be nice. Initial jobless claims will be coming back too. Of course. Friday, we got the PCE data, which will be very, very important. Anytime we get any type of personal income, personal spending data, anything like that, very important. Especially in this type of economy. All people care about right now is those types of inflation numbers, or just numbers just to show how the economy's doing, to put it simply. Chewy. 25%. I saw Mike just put in the Discord. Holy shit. It's coming real. Look at the daily. Great job, Chewy. Oh, never, Demir. Never. Who would do that? Sheesh. Who would do that? 1K just off Chewy today. Pretty big knock for me. Hell yeah, Cornish, guys. Dubs in the chat for Cornish. He's been loving Chewy a lot over the past few months. So let's go. Congratulations to Cornish. I'm glad Chewy's... What do you have? Shares and options, right? I'm glad it's doing good for you either way, though. I think you have both, but fantastic, Sean. Hell yeah, W's all day.
All right.
Allure said, Tom, Nvidia, please, good for calls. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, now it's right at resistance. Oh, man. Look at that. It actually came down and tested our support that we talked about perfectly for a perfect confirmation right there on that little dip buy opportunity, guys. Remember, I drew the arrows out to here, and I was like, yeah, you know, I was like, we need to see like a little confirmation here. We got it. We got it. Fucking missed it, though. Was too busy looking at the other stocks. Damn it, Nvidia. But that's a good move back, though. Now it's right at resistance again. Yeah, I don't know that I want to be getting calls right now, though. Maybe on that little dip it would have been a good entry point, but... It's looking good, though. You know, it's all about momentum. If you want to enter here, it just depends how long you want to scalp it for. Like, if you would be, you know, quick, super quick with it, I think it's okay, but... There is resistance coming up. I'm not saying it can't break them, though. Definitely can. I'd prefer an entry down there. FSLR resistance. Let's look at the QQQ. Coming up pretty well with the SPY. Very nice. All right, FSLR. First Solar. $285 resistance. Not bad. That was a pretty crazy big money play a while ago, I'll tell you. Back from 2023. I'm just kidding. You looking for resistance? It's at like all-time highs, so it's hard to say. But short term, there's definitely some right around, I would say 284 to 285. Just act like it's right in between that 1 point range. Where it's rejecting today is pretty much right at resistance, just under 284. My boy Cornish, oh yeah, that's why. You know it, Mason, you know it. I just had the weirdest thing happen here. And I'm gonna need your guys' help. This is so stupid. I don't know how it happened. The sole of my shoes just fell off of my shoe. Because I was like kicking my foot against my computer chair. And it like literally just came off. Glue and all. It's so weird. So weird. I just texted my girlfriend, like, my shoes just broke beyond repair. Like, can't believe it. I mean, they are fairly old Under Armour shoes, but still. They gave me no indication they were going to do that. Jason goes, you're growing. Sean goes, take some of the tip money and get new shoes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. So the thing is, you know, like, what kind should I get? You know, send me some links. That's what I was going to get to with this. Yeah, send me some links. I'll probably go buy them from like Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm not trying to be funny about it either. I'm really gonna go to Dick's and get them. Probably. I'm a Dick's Gold member. That's how much I like Dick's. I like Dick's so much I have a gold membership card for it. You know? $15% on DKS with their earnings. That is pretty wild, though. Pretty good move on the stock. Chewy just continues. It really broke out again? Holy crap. Get the Trump gold sneakers. You know it, my view. Dan said it happened to him at a wedding. Oh, that's funny. Let's look at Nike, actually. NKE. I'm definitely more of an athletic shoe person. Like I only buy like tennis shoes or like running shoes or like whatever you want to call those. All right. Nike on the daily is pretty wild. What do you guys think of this Nike price action on this daily chart? They're actually down around support, but I'll tell you, the way that it's consolidating down here looks a little bit strange. I'm actually glad I switched over to this today. This is kind of a weird setup here going on. See what we can do with this. This is interesting, guys. Very weird setup on the daily chart with Nike. All right, guys. Hey, don't forget to vote up in the poll. We only have 24 votes out there. You better get it casted. Where do you think SPY will end up this week? There's a lot of different ones to vote for. So far, between 524 and 528 is winning. Not by a lot, though. Mason's $30 away from Dick's Gold member, all from Golf Galaxy. I'm with you there, Mason. I'm with you. Chewy has some wild price action. I got trailed out almost immediately with a $1.10 profit. CHWI. It definitely is pretty good price action. I'll give it that. It doesn't seem too wild, but seems like a slow, steady chop up. Mason's at $470/$500. Oh, wow. You're close. I want to go log in. Am I a gold member? I think I am. Yeah, I am. Okay. I've had gold since December 30th, 2019. Dude, my Dick's Sporting Goods account, I've had this account since April of 2010. Holy crap. Mason was still in diapers back then. Oh my god. I'm just kidding, Mason. Chewy 2768. That is funny though. In 2010, I was in like the 6th or 7th grade. Mason actually sent a screenshot. He's so close to it. Hey, a couple more boxes of those distance pluses and you'll be there. My gosh, Mason. Any tips on estimating when the momentum slash move is done after it already saw a good move, Nippy said. It's kind of hard to do, Nippy, and it depends on how much momentum like there really is going on, right? You know, like it just depends. Like, are you talking about like moves like this? Like a move like that for momentum? Or are you talking like bigger moves like the overall move with Chewy today or something? Like it's very difficult to say because there's just so many different circumstances in the market, and like every play and every stock and every situation's different, and there's just so many things that go into it. The thing that I'll say is like right now, like let's say we're watching Chewy, you know, it's like how do we identify when this is almost over? It's like it's halfway impossible. You know, I'll guarantee you there were people right here that was like, Chewy's definitely done. And then it, you know, keeps going, right? Very difficult to say. I like to do it in a more objective way where like, instead of just saying like, oh yeah, the momentum's done. Like, I just try to catch like the littler moves, you know? And as long as like the stop loss is in place and you're like winning on it, you can just move your stop up to break even. Literally have like no risk on these plays sometimes once they start going well for you. But like let's say you're watching Chewy and you're like, oh my gosh, is the momentum almost done? I would say almost with this one. It's up 27%. I really doubt it goes much more than that. But then again, I probably would have said the same thing here, like I was saying. So the big thing is just like momentum, right? Like where are you catching entries on these stocks? Like, are you entering like on the breakout? Like, let's say like, you know, you identified resistance right here. You identify resistance. Let's say you enter on the breakout or like the confirmation right there. It's like, you know, you're in the driver's seat now. You could just like have a trailing stop or put your stop at break even or etc. That way you're not risking any money. Try to catch that small move on that bounce, something like that. Obviously, it's always easier after the fact. In 2010, I was a senior analyst at Fireside Bank. Whoa, nice, Tangi. Fireside Bank, interesting. I get you, Nippy. I get you. I feel you. It's hard to read price action and momentum in that type of way sometimes. I think it's really just about setting up the trade correctly when you enter. And for me, I think that people need to really work on entries the most from what I've noticed. You need to be catching better entries out there. Like, it just needs to be done. You know, I've seen a lot of people out there that they try so hard and they learn everything, but they just can't, like, they can't enter the plays at the right time, you know? Even if they're right, it's like they might have entered slightly wrong and then it, like, threw the play off or something, you know? I'm not saying that's the case with you, Nippy. I'm just saying in general. That's what I see the most out there. Called for a purpose at Amazon resistance. AMZN. 184 is not too bad. I know 185 is good for resistance here, so. Definitely watch 185. Coming up today, yeah. 185, pretty big. like an intraday support right around 183. Bigger support down around 180. Of course. Jaden said, Tom, maybe you, not Mike, can talk about entries tonight in class. Yeah, I can definitely talk about them, Jason. The only problem is that, like, I'm recording the live, or I'm recording the Q&A, so the only problem is that it becomes very difficult for me to share my screen while recording. And I have multiple monitors and everything, but it gets very, very weird still doing that. But I can definitely talk about it for a little bit. That's for sure. That is for sure. I'll tell you what, Jason, make up a little question. Just say, you know, put it in the doc and say, Tom, talk about some entries. Talk about entries or something. Or, you know, make it so that people will understand. But, I'll make up some charts and some, like, examples for it. Be pretty cool. I'll practice to get it to work. Let's see Chewy again. Man, there we go. Just keeps going. Just keeps going. 28% now. My entire watch list is down, Christian said. The whole thing? I have a lot in the green on mine. Although, it was definitely mostly red a few minutes ago. Came back into the green slightly. What are they looking at bookmap on here? Tessie. They're looking for Tessie bookmaps in the Discord. I'll have to oblige. Yeah, Christian, that's crazy, though. Christian, how do you say your last name? Blickinger? Blickinger? I don't want to say it wrong. We have two Christians in here. I'm just going to call you Christian F. You'll be Christian F, so the other Christian doesn't get mad at me. The other Christian's been around for a long time. Everybody knows him by Christian, so I don't mean to to put you as Christian F. Nvidia dip at 1,110 was godsend. Yeah, it was. That was amazing, Christian. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And look at all these resistances and supports that it's continuing to touch off of. I love these little confirmations that Nvidia is doing right here. Like, this is just beautiful. Beautiful on the way up. Perfect hits off the supports, which were previous resistances that became supports, but love that. perfect confirmations, perfect moves up. It's like, you can't get much better than that on the uptrend. I love that. Great play, Christian. Great play. Christian C. Apple/Microsoft vertical lift. Apple looks pretty damn good right now, I'll tell you. It looks like it kind of wants to go on another runner. It said Microsoft too. Yeah, not too bad. Speaking of the live Q&A, do not forget about the live Q&A tonight, guys. That's going to be a pretty big event. Make sure you're there at 9 p.m. Eastern time in the trading floor on Discord. You just go to the trading floor tab, you scroll down. There's a bunch of channels in there like the SM Chat, Trading Stream, Big Money Trades, Swing Trades, Theta Trades, others. Just go to live Q&A. That's where it'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys check out the link I'm sending. You cannot join it unless you are a trading floor member. To become a member, check out the link that I just sent you. And I will get you access before that event starts. Make sure you follow the instructions upon signing up. They are very important. Wish I held all of them. I had 51, 1,200 next week's at 11, over 1,900 now. Damn, Christian. Wow. At 11, over 1,900. That's wild. Oh yeah, Sean knows what it is. It's date night. Date night out there. Mason won the GIF off last time. Who's going to win the GIF off this time? Mason put a lot of work into that GIF. Let me see if I can get that sucker back up. Oh, I can. Let's get it. You guys like this music? Gets me laughing every time. Here it is, guys. This is what Mason did. Sorry if that was loud. Mason's was pretty good, I can't lie. He definitely deserved a reward for that one. We'll see who wins it this time, though. It'll be good. How far NVIDIA can goes now? Let's see. NVDA. I wouldn't say too much more. Definitely watch 1148 to 1150. I mean, this is a pretty big resistance, but you know, NVIDIA's a powerhouse. If it ends up breaking out above here, I mean, just keep watching it at all-time highs at that point, but you have to be mindful of resistance coming up. Even if you're winning and you're long on it right now, like, it's probably a good idea to sell out a little bit here, you know? At least lock in a little bit, you know? It doesn't have to, like, let's say you're holding 20 contracts. It might not have to be the whole thing. Maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 4, maybe 6, you know, whatever you want, but I don't know. I would try to lock in something. I'm not saying it's not going to go on a secondary run, but trading's about being smart rather than knowing the true direction or the true answer, you know, because Nobody really knows. Is it going to break out? Is it going to reject? You got a 50% chance to get it right, so I guess there's always that. You could be right like half the time on it. Mason's probably gonna win. He can't win again. Well, he could, but we'll see what he makes this time. It might not be as funny. We don't know. Still throw him out there though, of course, before the Q&A tonight. Throw your GIF out there, and I'll pick one for the winner. What are SPY levels? Yeah, SPY's looking pretty good here. It's actually right at resistance around like 527.20, 527.30. Pretty big spot. After here, I like 528 to 528.20. That'll be huge. And after that, 529. And past 529, 530 is the next big one. 530 is major overhead, and 531.50. Those two are the biggest ones in the short term. Christian said, I don't day trade. I just like watching day traders. Everything I do is long-term holds. Funny though, I still obsessively check stocks all day for hourly changes, even though I'm holding with no sell intent. That's funny, Christian. I think everybody should have long terms going, no matter what. I always say that. Like, I like to put like 80% of my account into long terms and like 20% in short term stuff. There's no way you shouldn't have long terms going. SPY levels. Is Apple looking good for calls? Akira said. I really like the way it was looking down there whenever it was coming back up around like the 190, 180 mark. It needs to have a good breakout here. It definitely needs to break. If you're looking to enter into calls, I would not enter now. But if you're like holding them, I think it's okay to hold for now to see if there's a breakout. But I would not have an entry here. If you're looking for an entry on Apple, I would enter maybe once like 192, like 30 starts to hit. I'd enter somewhere right there, and I'd try to sell really quick, like 192.60. You know, I wouldn't try to push it too much. Hey, Nippy, I actually just saw that. I was looking at it in the background a little bit. You don't mind me pulling it up on the stream, do you? Because then we could look at it a little bit more. All right, so this is what Nippy had here on Chewy. All right, so they entered on the break of resistance. Right here at the top. Exit after rejection and failure to catch support. Wow. Yeah, you know, Nippy, it goes like that for a lot of traders. You know, that, I hate to say it, you know, you're not the only one, so don't feel bad. You know, it's just, that's how trading goes sometimes. What I would say, Nippy, is that it looks like, now, right off the bat, what kind of chart are you on here? 2 minutes, you said, I think, or something? 2-minute charts or 5-minute charts or... Yeah, 2 minutes, I think. I use 1-minute charts most of the time. I don't really see any reason, like, why not to, but... Chewy, let me get back to there for us. So, you had resistance at 2080. What was up with that resistance? Why did you have resistance there? I'm curious. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out why you had resistance at 2080 exactly. Because, see, like, for me, I had it more of around, like, 21. I see why you had it at 2080. I see what you're saying. But on a 1-minute standpoint, with how close you were, I noticed this on your chart that you posted, and this is a pretty big deal, is that you got in on a resistance break, but it looks like it never really truly broke, okay? Like, it never got the true breakout right there. I mean, I know what you're saying, like, it might have technically broke for a second, but, like, in reality, like, this whole 4-minute candle period was just chop. You know, that there was no breakouts happening right there. That was just all chop. Those are just doji candles. They're not any type of true, like, candles with momentum. Now, like, if you would have seen a candle, like, let's say like this, extending up and out and above, then I would definitely have said that it was a breakout and then just faked out and fell, right? But we didn't see that good extension or any of those good closes on these candles up here. We didn't see that. So, personally, it didn't really break resistance there. If you were to scalp this here, personally, I think the way to do it would have been to watch this high of day right there, the one I'm pointing to, and to maybe enter on a breakout of that, where my second arrow points. I think that would have been a better way to go here today. Obviously, it's always easier to say after the fact. I get it. But I think that would have been a better way, playing that high of day break. And then obviously, you know, playing this high of day break would have been pretty big as well, right there. I think that would have been a pretty good opportunity. You would have entered somewhere over here. As that broke, try to trade that as well. I think that would have been the better way to go. I get what you were trying to do, though, and it didn't look bad. I just really think that the entry should have came on my red arrow that's on the chart now, rather than up there where you did. But I feel you, you know, not every trade's going to be perfect. Like, you're going to have trades like that, where you buy right here on a breakout and then they fall. You know, you're gonna have that. But I think just reducing that is gonna be a big deal. And here's my point, is like, look at the price action, like, look at the candles right there in that circle, okay? Now look at them in this circle, right? Like, there's times like where these candles just get super, super flat and like they're not doing anything. And, you know, even if it's like technically moving above a level by like a couple cents, you need to see like a true breakout there, like some true momentum on these candles, is what I would say. And really work on those entry points, you know? Really work on the entries. Try not to exit, like, or try not to enter unless there's like a high of day break or something like that. Unless it's like a super solidified resistance. Because 2075 wasn't super solidified, but... Yeah, I would say so, Nippy. Like what you said, it's not necessarily having I guess you could say it's confirming the break, but you definitely want to see like a better like confirmation and move higher there, yeah, than what you saw. So, like, you were watching that 2075 resistance. I don't think that resistance is as huge on the daily as you make it out to be. A daily is a daily. I like looking at hourlies because I don't like... A daily won't show you pre-market and after hours, and I think pre-market and after hours is very, very important. So I think that they should show that, but they don't. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, I would definitely watch... try to get more high of day breaks rather than like random breaks at resistances like that. Like right now, look, it's doing an HOD break, right? Like now that's a true break, like what's happening here. If it turns around, that would just be a failed breakout, you could say. You know, but I'm sure a lot of people are entering on this breakout thinking it's going to keep going. I wouldn't enter here personally. It's up 28%. I don't think it's got much more in the tank, you know, but I'm sure a lot of people will be entering on this and catching at least a little bit of a scalp or trying to. Personally, I'm not. I wouldn't recommend it here. Honestly, it's too high. Too high, but... You know, if it is to run, it'll probably just continue with this type of price action, just slow and steady up. So again, the better way to go on this specific example might be to like wait, and if Chewy like gets a good breakout, like let's say it starts to run, maybe wait for it to come back and test 2166, you know? Maybe catch an entry right there. You can put your stop here, exit up here. Remember what they say, and Mike's been saying this for the past few weeks, how you trade is more important than what you trade. Or why you trade. The reason I like a lot of those confirmations like that, and like right here was another perfect confirmation, is that it lets you set up these trades in a way where your risk-reward ratio can be amazing. Like you could go for an entry, literally right there, have a stop loss just under it. And then that allows your risk reward to be amazing, right? Like let's say you enter on the blue X and you keep your stop there, you know, like the risk reward's awesome. 5 or 10 to 1 almost, you know? I love those little confirmation touches like that. It's my favorite, but you won't get them to be perfect all the time. Speaking of confirmation touches, look at the SPY confirming perfectly off this support. It's pretty damn big. We'll have to see if the SPY can re-break here, 527.30. So here's my point with the entries is like, if you're going to go long, try to get in down here on these confirmations. Don't get in up here right as it breaks. You know, I think it's better to try to get in on a confirmation like that rather than trying to get in at the top. Up here is where you should probably be shorting it, you know, low key. But, I feel you, Nippy. I feel you. How do you confirm resistance/support? Confirming is usually these types of bounces like this, like I'm showing with SPY. Like, that's a perfect confirmation. But if you're meaning confirming, like, meaning that it's a good level or not, like, is it a true support or true resistance? I think that just comes down to skill of plotting it. You know, you got to be able to read the price action and just say, like, hey, this is a bigger support than this one. You know, like right here on the SPY, like, look at where my red arrows are drawn, right? Like, there's a lot of resistances overhead, right? But which one is the more major one? Definitely 531.50, where we saw all those touches, all those rejections. I'm sure a lot of people would say, like, well, Tom, looking at this, you know, I see a couple wicks touching 530 even, so that means that's the biggest one. Like, no, it's not. It's not. It's right in the middle of the range, right here. There's a pretty big range. 528's bigger than 530. In my opinion, based on what I'm seeing with price action here. You know, it's being able to identify those in a bit of a better way. Maybe, you know, a lot of times, like, see, I've done this for so long that it's very difficult to sometimes explain because sometimes people are so new and I don't want to just say that they're new, you know, but like I've been doing it for so long that a lot of times like the stuff that goes on in my mind happens so quick that I don't even think I need to explain it. Like I almost don't even think, like, for example, that like I need to explain that there's like a range right here, you know, in blue. Like to me, that just, it's a given, right? It's just there. It's already there. It's already identified. I don't even need to explain that range, right? But I might for a lot of other people. So sometimes it's like I've been doing it for so long that like the stuff that I think about sometimes doesn't even get said at all, you know, because it's like it might be something that is so simple to me, but then like to somebody newer, it's just it's something that needs to be mastered more, you know. Yeah, no problem, Demir. It definitely does, definitely. Jason took profits on Nvidia. Sounds good, Jason. Have a great one. I'll see you later. Sorry, I missed your exit a minute ago. Oh, you're still here, Jason. Nice. Hey. No, you're good. I felt bad I didn't tell you bye. That's all it was. Have a good one, man. Demir's paper trading account is red today. Oh. Well, hey, good thing it's paper trading today. Looking at Palantir here, it's starting to consolidate a little bit up here at the top. You know, that's a pretty decent little support around $20.80-ish. And you know, it's getting very close to that intraday support right there. It tried to confirm there and run up. If you're a scalper, you could look for an entry on Palantir here. You could throw your stop loss just under like 2080. Maybe try to target like the high of day, 2092 or something. If you entered at 2083, you'd be risking about 4 or 5 cents on the stock to make like 10 or 12. Not too bad. Depends how you want to play it though. Pretty big support there, though. MSTR, let's see. Haircut appointment. Hey, yeah, get that fresh cut. That's right. Thought I could inverse MSTR, but it's chopping. Oh, yeah, it is. Wow. That's a pretty big chop this morning. A lot of chop down here. Around 1,630 to like 1657. Lots of chop. Boeing, ticker symbol BA. Nice. 174.50 support. Right around there anyways. Looking pretty good. Intraday. How do you guys like Boeing? You know, it's funny. They sold off pretty hard last week. They've just been sitting here on the daily. I can't say anything bad about them or else I'm going to wind up dead somehow. You know, we all know about that bullshit. The whistleblowers end up dead on this company. Praying for their downfall. Hey, there we go. There's a nice opinionated answer. That's what I was looking for, Akira. You better watch out, though, Akira. They're going to show up at your door. Watch yourself. To James, I was about to say I'm afraid to say anything bad about him. Me too. Dan said, Boeing saved my life. How? How could Boeing save your life? Kenneth loves the occasional foul language. Appreciate that, Kenneth. We can't say any on the normal nightly videos, so I like to go hard in the paint sometimes here.
All right.
Yeah, see, Matthew always likes it, but whenever I say the bad word, sometimes Greta gets pissed.
How dare you?
Stop, they're killing people out here. Dan said, flew one in the Air Force. They supported my crew during crash landing. Not their fault. Oh, wow, Dan. Damn. Wow. Well, that's good, Dan. I'm glad they did. I am glad that they did. And hey, thank you for your service, of course, Dan. And that goes out to everybody out there who has served. I have lots of friends who served. I'm a big gun person, so I'm always a big supporter of the military here. Really do appreciate you, Dan. What kind of plane was it, Dan? What's the model number? Demir. It was a KC 135R. I've never heard of that one. Did you fly in Korea? Or Vietnam or something? Oh, wow. You drove a tanker. No way. You drove an air-to-air fueling aircraft? No way, man. No wonder you had a crash landing. These are like the most prone to crash aircrafts. Because of how they have to fuel up. Oh. A B707. That's pretty sick, though. KC-135R. Interesting. Dan conducted the air refueling from the back of the jet. That is actually so sick, Dan. You know, I know actually quite a bit about that air refueling, how it works and everything. I've seen a lot of videos about that, Dan. Like, I've watched him use the joystick and try to connect it to the thingy and to the hole. And, like, the couplings that they use for that stuff is wild, Dan. And how often they break and stuff is insane. And KC-135 boom pod. Let's see. This is where they do it. Yep. Okay. Nice, Dan. That's so cool. Yeah, if you guys haven't ever watched videos of guys doing this, you should definitely check it out. It's pretty sick. There we go. This is what it looks like. Interesting, Dan. Wow. No way you can buy a sticker decal from Walmart for that? Very few people would know what this was. I wouldn't have known if I wasn't looking at it. Man, that's really cool, Dan. Switch back over to Tessie real quick. Pilots fly me to work so I can pass gas. Hey, did the boom thing ever break on you, Dan? I'm curious. You guys are getting sus in the chat here. Go to NVDA. Selling back down, but that's okay. You know, right at resistance. Not totally unexpected. You know, we've been saying to be careful at resistance here. Oh, that's cool, Dan. Did the couplers ever break? The ones that, like, the things that connect to the plane? Citigroup. Checking on JP Morgan. Down a little bit, but not that much. That's really badass, Dan. All right, guys. Well, we're probably going to go ahead and call the live stream right around here. I really do appreciate you all joining up, though, and I love hearing all the cool stories. Dan, that was sick. Oh, I got you. Okay. Do you think Amazon will hit 185? Let's see. Amazon 185. I think it can. Yeah, I think it will. But there's a lot of chop here today, so just keep that in mind. Hey, no problem, Ryan and Tangi and Dan. I really appreciate you guys. Same thing with you, Akira. All the lurkers out there today. I'm not going to be able to name everybody off this time, but really, I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. I love the questions that get asked in here. And hey, tomorrow morning, if you have more questions, throw them out there. You know, don't be afraid to ask. It gets cool to talk about some of those. But all right, guys. I really appreciate you. Hope to see you guys in the Discord today. Don't forget about the live Q&A tonight. If you're interested and you want to join, here is the link to join. Just click that, sign up, follow the instructions. I'll give you access, and then you will be good to go for that Q&A. And of course, if you do sign up there, you get the bots, you get the Q&A, you get our swing trades. You get pretty much everything that we do. Pretty much everything in Discord that we do. So, sounds good, guys. Hopefully I see some new faces there tonight. It'll be fun. Ask us some questions, but have a great one, guys. See you tonight at the event, and see you in the Discord. Oh, I almost forgot the poll. 528 to 531.50 wins. Pretty close, though.